That's Kane Brown and Caitlin Brown. That's Thank God on 101.1 at KRMD. 9:08, summation of the morning, broadcasting on the radio, on Facebook, on YouTube, all at the same time. You can watch, you can see inside the studio if you go to facebook.com/KRMD Mason. Make sure you give me a like too. I love it when you like me. Give us a like. Like this video. Boop. Push the like button. On YouTube, you can find us at Mason in the Morning. And we can talk about boomers together. Yeah, boomers. Baby boomers. Get a lot of hate these days. Get a lot of flack. A lot of people talk about baby boomers basically just being grumpy old men. Grumpy old men. These attitudes, they're irrelevant. Nobody thinks that way anymore. Well, I'm not so sure. There's a thread online where people are talking about boomer opinions, those cranky boomer opinions, and how they actually totally agree with these boomer opinions. And, it's all ages too. It's all ages. Are the boomers correct? Is their opinion, their crazy, staunchy, whatever type of opinion, are they actually correct? And turns out a lot of them are. Turns out a lot of people very much agree with the boomers that are getting so much flack these days. All their grumpiness. And it's not just a certain age. This is all people. Basically, it says the average is between 17 and 40. 17 and 40-year-old. These are people who agree with what boomers have to say. Which boomers, that'd be like my parents. They're a little older and, they have their opinions on certain things, and I would say I agree with them too. Just pretty much in general when they do say stuff. I know as a kid, you're not supposed to agree with your parents. And these kids who are talking about this, probably not supposed to agree with their grandparents. But it looks like they are. You want to run through it? These are things that boomers have opinions on. And the young kids, the kids these days, actually say, yeah. Like number one, people share way too much on social media. Would you agree? I think so. Absolutely. People share way too much on social media. I watched somebody put down every present that they got their kid for Christmas. Took a picture and showed every single one of them. And I can't even understand why you would do that in the first place. Every present? Like, why did you even have enough time to do that? That was crazy to me. But they share way more than that. And you know what I'm talking about. All right, touch screens. They're the worst. Yeah, they kind of are. Not so much that I don't like touch screens, but I want a button on a lot of things, and that's actually what they talk about, especially in the car. They're putting touch screens all over cars, but all you really want to do is turn up the volume or turn down the air conditioner, and you want to push a button. You don't want to go through the screen, scroll through, get to the climate section, slide over, turn the heat up, boop, 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 turn up touching the screen. They're the worst. I agree, 100%. Touch screens. Not that I want them to go away, though, but I would like a button here and there. It says, I hate going to concerts and seeing everyone with their phones up. Yeah. Recording the concert, I watch them stare into the phone while they're recording the concert. Why do they do that? Why did you go to the concert? If you just wanted to watch it on your phone, you could have gone for free to YouTube afterwards and watched it. You're staring there watching your concert on your phone. And I know some people use it as, a light, like they used to use lighters. That's not as cool either. That's not as cool. What else does it say here? I will never own an e-reader. Nothing compares to a real book. They say, yeah, boomers are right. Books are better. And I think they're coming back. I do. Sorry to the tree huggers out there, but people like books. People are reading books more than they want to get it on their iPad or on their phone. People want an actual book again. I don't know how it happened. I really don't know why it happened, but seems to be that is the way it is going to be. It says, I want to read articles online without entering an email, creating an account, and giving out my phone number. Yes, and I'm glad the 17-year-olds agree with that. Isn't that annoying when you just want to read what it says? Someone said something about something, and they're like, oh, if you want to read this article, You're going to have to give us all your information. Yeah. Social media accounts, emails, social security. We need it all for you to read this article. I just want to speak to a real person on the phone when I have to call the business. Yes, the automated people. How many of you yell at the operator that's not a real person when they don't understand me? I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I'm like, I'm a broadcaster. I speak for a living. You should be able to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. And if you can't, don't be a robot operator. Drives me crazy. Do I sound like a boomer right now? Paper menus are far superior to QR codes. Absolutely they are. The QR code things were kind of cool during COVID when the restaurants were open and you didn't want to touch everybody else's menu. But I want a menu. Take the QR codes away. I will never, ever again, now that COVID's over, look at my phone for a menu while sitting in the restaurant. I won't. If you say that's the only way I can order, I'm going to talk to the waitress for a while. And I'm going to ask her, what kind of burgers do you have today? And what goes on that? And what goes on that? And I'll ask you 100 questions until you put a menu back on the table. I don't need a smart refrigerator or a smart toaster. Yeah, that's probably true too. I don't have any of those things. My refrigerator is dumb. Just keeps things cold. So I guess I do agree with that one too. Using apps for everything is annoying. Like going to Disney World and not being able to do anything, including eat, unless you use an app. Yeah, absolutely. That's terrible. I haven't been to Disneyland in that era, but if that's the truth, it says you have to buy your food with an app. You have to get on the rides with an app. Is that true? Yeah, I don't like that at all. I didn't know that was a thing, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm a crotchety old non-boomer. It says, this is a classic old person meme, but is it true? I really don't want people on my lawn. People agree with that. People don't want people on their lawn. People that they don't know, they don't want them on their lawn. So the whole, get off my lawn, chasing kids across with the stick, even the young people want people off their lawn. Anybody who takes care of their lawn does, don't they? Just get off my lawn. I mowed that. I trimmed it. I fertilized it. And here you are tromping along in my yard. Get out of my yard. Get out of my yard. I think that was great. I think these are great. I think boomers are right. If these are all their opinions, then I agree with every one of them. Every one of them. The apps, everyone. Another thing with the table, with the QR codes, I know I'm going back to that, and that one did frustrate me, but I don't want to sit at a table with a bunch of people with their phones, right? And when you're going to actually sit down in a restaurant and even just to order, you have to get your phone out. And then, of course, when you grab your phone, you get distracted. You forget why you even grabbed your phone in the first place. Oh, I need to look up a menu. But instead, you get on Instagram or Facebook and you start scrolling and you see what Kathy and Sarah ended up posting. They're all posting all these things, and all of a sudden the waitress comes by and says, what do you want to order? And you haven't even looked at the menu because you got distracted by your phone. And you haven't talked with anybody that you went out to dinner with because everybody's on their phone. Ugh. Boomers are right. Boomers are right. What do you guys think? Do you like those opinions? Do you agree with those opinions? Those crotchety old people opinions? Stay off my lawn. Screw the touch screens. Real books are better. Real menus are better. Absolutely, real menus are better. Stop with the QR code menus.